confirm the presence of Xenos structures.
Tech Inquisitor Scaveroller, your objective is to explore and catalog any Xenos artifacts and report back to the Omnisynod.
Such a shame to finally find what I have sought, and not bring anything back.
Limit your activities to observation. Our Forge world is young. We would know what has been here before. Only then can this region be consecrated to the Omnisire and its bounties exploited.
Of course, Prime Hermeticon. My maniple will locate an entrance to the underground structure. Let us venture deeper. There is always so much under the surface for the taking. A door left open for us. Perhaps seismic activity has opened it. Excavation Manipole Eta 7. Scout ahead. Secure the entrance. These ruins belie the much larger structure beneath. There is much here I find familiar. Xenos! My hypothesis holds true. The day will not be wasted after all. the last of them. An emergency? What is the servitor's status? Report. Then we shall have to see it for ourselves. Servitor 997 Gamma. Satisfactory. Evidently was for where? The servitor's logic circuits were burned out, and the gyrosextant misaligned. These have been corrected. Report on its status. It will have to suffice. This one is damaged. Its machine code generator must be malfunctioning. Servitor, engage low Gothic speech mode. Good. I would scour this place for its secrets, but it is unwise to tarry. Survey our immediate surroundings and report. The mechanics of fate have put a door in our path. Surely the Omnisire wills us to... A modulated current applied to the locking components should produce results. And it opens. There is no obstacle that will not melt away before a sufficiently cunning application of knowledge. Excavation manipulator 7, and mostly intact. Servo skull, find us a way back to the surface.
For an eternity, we slumbered. And as we slept, we dreamed of half-remembered lives and new forms of cold metal and hate, of shackles broken and gods humbled, of the empire that was ours and the galaxy that bowed to us. From her slumber awoke Nefershah, our guard to the Pharaon Sankotep. Nefershah, she who was to decide the fate of Kifroth.
Memories. Biotransference. The cold of the great sleep. I have dreamed, but now I wake.
The weight of eons lay on the tomb of Nefershah. The Vargard knew her slumber had been a long one, but there was no telling how long.
There is no time to wallow in our past. I am the hand of the Pharaon. I am the Vargard to Sankotep. My duties are to the throne. Cryptek Kynox, attend to me.
But I was not there. Nefershah found herself faced with alien intruders. She regarded the creatures with as much mild curiosity as anger. They appeared partially biological and carried weapons of strange and inefficient design. They moved to attack, but never shot, gave no quarter.
Only the ignorant would despoil the tomb of a Pharaoh's Vargard. For that ignorance, I am the punishment. Forgive Wrath.
Was extensive, and its observation protocols long dormant. Until they were fully activated, the Vargard had to seek her cryptic advisor alone.
These unworthy trespassers. depend upon me, Kynox. What has caused this interruption to the Great Sleep?
The tome's observation routines have deteriorated over time. Their data is incomplete.
How long has it been?
More than a quarter turn of the galactic plane. Many stars will have bled and died since we last looked to the heavens honored Vanguard.
I see. Then, for all its sacrifices, immortality is undimmed.
The partial data indicates more biological entities are inside the tomb. Some warriors were roused in response, but they were destroyed.
So, we have an infestation of these vermin. The first of my duties is to see them exterminated. I shall attend to the security of my stasis crypt first, then drive them from the tomb.
We are still missing Engine Seer Devos. It would be logical to rescue him if he yet lives. And though an escape route is the highest priority, it would be an unforgivable waste to squander this opportunity to examine a Necron tomb. I lost treasures beyond enumeration to the exterminators at Silver Tenebris. The wantonness, the waste. I will permit no such tragedy here. Less than useful. Should we come across Davos, all the better. But for now, I must determine the best route through this labyrinth myself. The tomb is no mere dead structure. Something stirs here, even if it sleeps. The circumspect approach was clearly the correct one. Thus, the pursuit of knowledge is always rewarded. More resistance. The tomb is not merely defended by dregs and stragglers. It is awakening. Unstable. Topographical scan. A ravine we must cross. Erosion or seismic activity has taken a toll on the tomb. Time. I am aware of this. A chunk of the ceiling has impacted my thorax. Fortunately, there is no superior here to admonish a lack of caution. Another gateway. This one far more elaborate. Could our path have taken us not to the outside, but to an inner chamber? The Omnisire commands that the knowledge beyond must be gained. Evos lives, but barely, it seems. Give me his life signs. What little flesh remains of Devos has proven weak indeed. Shock his central nervous system. A full bioelectric reset may stabilize his augmentations. His injuries were beyond remedy. Unfortunate. This death represents a significant deficit in resources. Enough delay. Open these doors. A not unexpected welcome. Chamber. The heart of the tomb. Random fate generation has led us here.
Nevershaw's first glimpse of the Invader.
A strange and biological thing. Is this what has infested the galaxy in our absence? One would imagine evolution had produced something more robust.
So this is indeed a tomb, and you are the one interred. Evidently a Necron of some seniority. A rare specimen.
It understands us. Physically unimpressive, but advanced.
You shall discover just how advanced we can be, Xenos.
This primitive creature addresses me as if I were an outsider. Yet this is my domain. One that no intruder will be permitted to tread. Let alone a whelp from a species not fit to witness a Necron's majesty.
I am no tinkerer with ancient trinkets I do not understand. I have harvested technology from 100 Xenos races and delved into secrets even your once great civilization does not know.
We mastered the forces of this galaxy before you even stumbled blindly across your world's surface. What secrets can you know that are not trifles to the Necrons? It is only fitting they die with you. No more waiting. Dynasty.
We are outmatched. Maniple. Countermand self-preservation routines. Full principle defense protocols. Dirty application.
The leader of the invaders used its underlings to surround Nevershah while it fled her sarcophagus chamber. Other guards swiftly dispatched these sacrificial minions, but not before the instigator of the intrusion had escaped her.
The architect of this outrage has fled. Moreover, this intrusion may not be isolated. There is no telling how many aliens are on Kivroth. I must go to my Pharaon. Sankotep must know. From the moment I first witnessed the interlopers, they disgusted me. Eons we slumbered, waiting to reclaim our galaxy, only for it to become infested with vermin that proliferated in our absence. Now, we awaken to retake what is ours. Wretched amalgamations of meat and metal, shackled to ignorance by your faith. Do you truly believe you can stop us? We who have shattered our very gods and enslaved them to our will.
Magi of the Omnisylod. I have responded to your summons.
Magos Faustinius, we have called you to our world for your experience with the Xenos, known as Necrons. You have engaged these creatures before. Confirm.
Indeed. I fought the Necrons on Silver Tenebris, though the outcome was
suboptimal. Historical records assert that the planet was destroyed, subjected to exterminatus.
I determined exterminatus was the only way to ensure the Necron threat was truly eliminated. My calculations were extensive. I believe the Omnissiah's will was done.
No such option exists on Hecateus 4. Ours is a forge world, newly established, but one that must be defended at all costs. This forged city of Experitus represents resources that Adeptus Mechanicus cannot lose. There will be no exterminatus here.
The spaceport menials report you have not arrived alone.
I am accompanied by a retinue. All specialists, all worthy of my trust. They were at my side on Silver Tenebris. There are few with their experience of facing the Necrons.
You arrive as operations have already begun. Our campaign to dismantle the Necron formations and uncover their underground truths is well underway.
It is the Omnissiah's will that Hecateus 4 become a monument to the priesthood of Mars. Not 1 square meter wasted. Skies dark with the smoke of our manufactoria. A forged world to equal any in the Imperium. Before this can come to pass, the Xenos must be eradicated.
Battle zone data analysis has demonstrated an element lacking in our strategic assets. The Skitarii cohorts are an unwieldy tool for engaging an enemy that remains opaque to our analysis. We find ourselves in need of a force that can move rapidly and at short notice.
Gathering data, eliminating key targets, supporting Skitarii operations, functioning beyond established battle lines.
You begin immediately. Mission parameters are already generated. An Archaeopter transport is waiting for you.
Then I am at your disposal, Magi. Brave news, Magi. The Necrons have awoken in far greater numbers than we suspected. The Skitarii could not halt their advance.
The aliens' foul presence darkens the horizon. With malevolent purpose they march.
It is my belief the Necrons are mustering for an assault on Ex Veritas. It is our principal forged city. Logic dictates the enemy would consider it a primary target.
Our predictive models concur. The defense of Ex Veritas shall become the principal strategy in our computations. Meanwhile, your strike force will be needed to act in haste, where other forces cannot. You will be assisted in this by the tech priest who discovered the first Necron presence on the planet. We understand you have previous interactions.
We are separated from the events at Silver Tenebris by much time and space. Yet still our paths cross, Faustinius. The odds would seem incalculably long, yet perhaps this was inevitable.
Scaevola, your presence haunts us like the howling of forsaken machine spirits.
Lector Dogmatis Videx, it has been too long since last we spoke. What an unexpected joy.
Tech Acquisitor, regardless of our disagreements about the fate of Silver Tenebris, I cannot fault your experience battling the Necrons. We will have need of it.
What we need is a leash on this xenophile crone.
My cohorts and I are at your service, Magi. Let the Omnissiah's will be done through us.